And just like that, guys, we are officially live, guys. Welcome back to another stream. I know it's been a minute since we have done a stream. I think for Smackdown, I think it's been at least a good 2 weeks, but we are officially here. Um, Want to get you guys thoughts and opinions on what you guys are as far as excitement levels for SmackDown. I know SmackDown tonight has a lot to go for. I know we're getting a celebration for the new tag team champions of none other than Nia Jax and Lash Legend, which is a big deal. We got Rhea Ripley on the show. I guess she's going to confront Jade Cargill, so we'll see how that interaction goes because they've been going a little bit back and forth on Twitter as of late. So that's really going to be very interesting to see how that's going to play out. And then we do have the WWE Championship match between none other than Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. Will Cody Rhodes become a WWE champion for the third time? And pretty much since he came back in 2022. This will be his third championship reign in 4 years, bro. In 4 years of being back, he would have been a 3-time WWE champion. So we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty sure we're gonna the WWE Championship, not the U.S. champ. I mean the U.S. Championship. Sorry, not the WWE Championship. But we'll see how that goes as well. I wonder who's going to step up to Carmelo Hayes next. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how that's going to play out as well as amongst many other things that we may have not really know at the time right now. So very looking forward to SmackDown. Hopefully it's going to be an okay episode. I know SmackDown's been kind of up in the air, kind of middle of the road. But I'm looking forward to see if they're going to be able to actually get something going, get some type of excitement level going for that. So we'll see how everything's going to play out. I see you, Caleb. Did you hear Road Dogg? Yes, Road Dogg did get let go. I think he pretty much quit. I think they're saying Ryan Ward's gonna be taking that spot over on SmackDown, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that's gonna go. Was good, Alex? I see you in here. KD, I think Cody's winning tonight. I think he is too, KD. Unfortunately, I hope that's not the case. I hope I am wrong in this scenario. I'm really hoping I'm wrong in this scenario. I really am hoping I'm wrong. But we've seen it's Cody Rhodes at the end of the day. My prediction for tonight, I have the Street Profits returning in the Gauntlet match and winning the Gauntlet match. I really hope they do something interesting as far as what's going to be happening in this tag team turmoil to set up who's going to face for the tag team titles. I don't know when that's going to be. I'm pretty sure that's going to be in the next coming weeks or so, but we'll see. What's good, Sky? Happy Friday. Hope you were having an amazing Friday as well. Hope you guys are all having an amazing Friday. Make sure that's on. And the way look at Drew McIntyre staying at the top. He pretty much knows this might be the end for him. I appreciate the sub. You got Rhea Ripley on the show as well, and you got Rhea and Damon chatting it up. You got Rhea and another sub. Y'all are going crazy so far. Y'all are going crazy so far. Let me make sure I'm getting everything on my end because for some reason I'm not really seeing. I'm getting the notification that people are subbing. I'm getting a notification people are subbing. Danhausen, please curse Cody. I think a lot of people want to see that because I don't think people really want to see Cody win the championship back and whatnot. I'm being so serious. It's not even people hating on Cody, but people don't want to see that. We got Randy Orton starting the show. We got Randy Orton starting the show. This is going to be very interesting to see what he's going to have to say and whatnot. I think the alerts. Copy. Okay. Let me make a new browser alerts. Leo, how would you feel if Danhausen cursed Liv? I would He would pretty much be on my list. He would be on my list at that point. Not kidding. I'm not even gonna hold you. He would be on my list for sure. He will be on my list. That man will be officially a part of my list at that point. Just letting it be known. But how you guys are feeling? How do you feel about not Cody winning, but how y'all feel about Randy winning the Chamber? This is not a prediction. This is spoiler mania. Roman loses to Punk. I agree. LOL. What's up, Caleb? Yo, what's good, young blood? Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hope you're having an amazing Friday night. Hope you guys are. I already said it before, but I'm saying it again. Hope you guys are all having an amazing Friday night so far. I feel like shenanigans are gonna happen in this main event. I'm getting that vibe just because Jago Fatu got screwed last week to be part of the Chamber by none other than Drew. So I wonder if that's gonna end up being shenanigans. If you guys have not yet, go over to Flex Zone real quick and tell Byron happy birthday. I'm gonna go over there and tell him happy birthday too. Let me do that live with you guys. We're gonna do this live. While we are on stream, we're gonna give him a happy birthday. Even though I haven't really been tapped in with the Flex, I've been watching a lot of Flex Zone stuff like off stream and whatnot. I may not like watch it right then and there like the stream, but I usually watch when I'm not streaming myself. So definitely, if you guys haven't, go over and give those guys some love and everything. Let me do this live. Send him a happy birthday. Leo is goated. Hey, you guys are all goated, man. I say this all the time. I appreciate you guys for saying I'm goated, but you guys are all goated as well. For being here, I appreciate every single one of you. The crowd is electric for Randy. I mean, you can't. Are you surprised? No clue, Caleb. Why are they having a gauntlet match to see if? I mean, if they're trying to see, maybe they're giving somebody else an opportunity. I guess I don't know.
Portland, Oregon, welcome to Friday Night Smackdown.
So I'm guessing. Where's Byron? I don't see him on here.
You know if you can hear Raj.
I'll probably send him a happy birthday later. Just remind me, guys, because he's not there yet.
So I got to the venue earlier today. I swear I was on time.
He said, I swear it was on time.
So we'll say it was this morning that I showed up, and that sign was already up. And I'd glance at that sign throughout the day as I was doing my thing, and it got me to thinking, and you know, I'm a numbers guy, so I already know how many WrestleManias I've been in, but I started thinking about each individual WrestleMania that I have performed in, and there's been 20 of them.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he's a legend for sure.
And then I realized I've only main evented twice.
Yeah, 2014 and
You know, it just
what was the other one?
Show it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you've done in this ring or in this business. It doesn't matter how many world championships or titles you've won or how many records you've set or how many records your name is next to. None of that matters. There's no guarantee that you're going to WrestleMania, let alone main eventing WrestleMania.
When we calling it this year or next year, Michael P.S. Hayes going right under the chopping block. He needs to go right now. Leo, I have an idea for you before maybe you should rewatch the top 5 to top 5 Mania match of all time. I could try to do that. Can we get the 2009 version of Randy, who is a menace and punting people? I hope we get that back. We could get that back. I think Road Dogg is going to AEW. It's possible because he's going to probably team up with his former partner. Youngblood says, Leo, your Jacob Fatu interaction had me crying, laughing in my eyes. No, I was laughing myself too because it's like, yo, he was literally acting like as I said something wrong. He thought I said something wrong. Jacob thought I said something really wrong.
Let my peers do the talking, and a lot of them, God, it blows my mind. A lot of them, they put me in that category. And men that I admired growing up, like Ric Flair, The Undertaker, Harley Race, they put me in that category. Hell, JBL used to sit at this desk week in and week out, and he'd look at me as I was in this ring doing my thing, and he would say, Randy Orton is what you get if you were to build a pro wrestler from the ground up.
Leo takes over Judgment Day 2K. Maybe that might be a storyline we can get in 2K. My rise. I could just imagine Jacob in the booth reading those lines. Facts.
When I look in the locker room now, present day, and I see the men that I share a locker room with, the amazing, talented men that I share a locker room with, it makes me proud as hell to know that I am still doing this after all that time, and people still consider me to be at the top of my game, and I am in the spot that I am in. But don't get it twisted. This opportunity.
Roman is overrated. We don't allow Roman Randy. Could have said CM Punk Randy. Liv escorts Leo to.
Now, when it comes to the main event.
Okay, Alex.
Of WrestleMania 42. Well, I don't know who that opponent's going to be. We'll know in a few hours. We'll all know together. Needless to say, I feel very different about the two possibilities, whether it's Drew McIntyre.
I would love to see Drew and Randy because they do have some history from like 2020.
Or whether it's Cody Rhodes.
Scott, have you played 2K26 yet, Leo? Yeah, I played it already. I got it the deluxe edition or the King of Kings edition, I would say. I already uploaded my first episode of My Rise, and then my second episode is coming out tomorrow. Leo, I'm happy Hardys are coming to 2K26. Yeah, they're going to be a DLC. They will be a DLC. Matt Cardona will be DLC as well. La Parca will be DLC. But yeah, I have my second episode of My Rise coming tomorrow, Scott. That's like going to be like a 30-minute episode. After seeing what Tiffany Strand posted yesterday, her and Kiana could get in the... Oh, Lord. Arachnophage. Arachnophage, I got to do it to you. Who's this? Oh, boy. Oh, yes. Lemon Pepper Stepper. Trick Williams. Hey, we might get a Trick Williams and Randy Orton feud. Maybe before Mania or even after Mania. I would love to see these two go at it. You can tell that they're putting him in the deep end. He's flying. He's passing all these tests that they're giving him with flying colors, if you ask me. This guy is definitely going to be future. I honestly will say, I'll make an early prediction. He might actually win Money in the Bank this year, you guys. He might be in an early favorite to be Mr. Money in the Bank. Like, honestly, I think he actually might win it. There are other people that I would want to see win, but I think Trick Williams got to be at the top of the list. Like, the other people that I would love to see win Money in the Bank, Javon Evans maybe, but I think he might win Intercontinental Championship by then. You got Dominic, who's no longer Intercontinental Champion, so he might be in the consideration. I would love to see Finn Balor, but I feel like people are not going to be really wanting to see that right now. I think people will just solely be okay with him being a babyface.
Got voices in my head, too. And they telling me I got a bone to pick with you.
You should be picking a bone with Logan Paul, he eliminated you on the last day of Black History Month.
Should be in the main event of WrestleMania getting that title shot.
Hey, USA Network, bring.
But I got another problem with you, Randy. Maybe even bigger than that. You came out on Saturday. You came to my chamber. You standing on your tippy toes, and you said Trick Williams is not 6'5".
I did see that clip, though. I did see that clip. They did make that. With the lemon pepper steppers on feet.
Now here I am, Randy, in your ring, man to man, face to face, eye to eye, and it ain't because I got on these lemon pepper steppers.
He. You talk too much, Trick. Now his body convulsing. I'm dead. Shouldn't have got in the ring with Mr. Randy Orton.
You just cannot.
Who you think is accepting Melo Open Challenge tonight? I wonder. I'm thinking the same thing too, Alex. I'm literally over here trying to figure out who could it be. I might have to run a poll maybe to see who you guys think could end up being the guy that's gonna answer that challenge, because I honestly don't even know, because it can be a plethora of different people. So I'm guessing Randy's gonna probably try to come out during the main event maybe, but like I said, I feel like Jacob might get involved too, because I feel like we're still potentially gonna get this because for some reason something's telling me we're getting that. Something's telling me we're getting that. Like a multi-man match for the title. Something's telling me in the back of my head that it's going to happen. Now, is that what's going to happen? Maybe. But then I could also be wrong.
One in particular has really caught my eye. I think it's going to be a tremendous matchup for you.
All right, who we got?
Well,
you know what? Don't tell me. I'll see him out there.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate you, boss. Good luck.
That's a champion.
Yo, we're already getting the U.S. Championship match. I thought they was getting this later in the show, to be honest. When you enter, let's see. Let me catch up with the chat. Let me catch up with the chats. Let me try to catch up with the chat. When you enter the ring with Randy Orton, you're gonna get RKO facts. That's just something you got to prepare yourself for. If you're not on your P's and Q's, it's gonna happen. Jacob Fatu is walking out of Mania as undisputed champion. CM Punk is walk out and still World Heavyweight Champion. That's what I think. That's what I want, honestly, a Oracle fan. If it was up to me, that's what I would want to see. But leave y'all's predictions. Who do y'all think is going to step up to the plate? Could it be somebody that we're not expecting? I honestly want to see Jacob win it, though, Oracle fan. That's my thing. I want to see him win it, but some things I'm trying to figure. It really just depends on how, things end up being tonight. Because tonight will be a little bit more telling on what could be the pathway for a lot of these stars going into WrestleMania. I will say that at the very least. Jericho, LOL, he's in AEW. I would love for it to be Jericho, but Jericho's still in AEW. You know why? Tony Khan wants to be petty. He's like, nope, I want you in AEW. I don't want you going anywhere else. I'm gonna keep you in AEW as long as I can. And he's been. It's not something new because he did this with Ray Phoenix a while back. If you guys remember, I think when his contract, was coming up to, for him to leave, what did he do? He tacked on more time. That's why people feel like he's petty. Like he just, I don't know. Some people just feel like he's not professional. And I'm not gonna, speak too much on that because, like, I get it, it's a business. But at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't really want to be in your company, I mean, don't let them. If they don't want to be in your company, I mean, it doesn't really do you any good to keep them. That's all I'm gonna say. Because all you're doing is just making it a very, I won't say like friendly environment, because then you're just gonna have people go on social media or maybe downline. Royce Keys versus Melo. I wouldn't be mad if it's Royce Keys now. I would not be mad if it's Royce Keys. Because they need something with you. All he's been doing is what, main events? He's been doing nothing but main events. Literally. Not gonna hold you. He's been doing nothing but main events. Ray Phoenix, but we've seen Ray Phoenix already. We've seen Ray Phoenix and we've seen Ilya Dragunov already. I think we're setting the stage for maybe like a multi-man match at Mania. So could it be Apollo Crews? Because I think Apollo Crews did say he wants to step up and wants to face for the championship. He is a former U.S. champion, so maybe they could have that be the route they go in. But then again, I don't know, because I like the way they kind of built it up. I don't know. Montez, that's a good one. That's a good shout. But like, I don't know if he would pull double duty, considering you made the idea and the argument that he could be a shocking return, him and Angelo, in the tag team turmoil match to set up who's going to face for the tag team titles next. So if that is the route that they're going to go, then I don't think they're going to do that. I'm just spitballing different names. I'm you definitely spitball. I would love to see a lot of these people you guys have, penciled in to pretty much face Melo. I just don't want to know. I just wonder if it's going to be somebody that we've already seen him face or somebody else. John Cena, LOL. I don't know about that one. We can't see him, so, that probably makes a lot of sense. So let's see who's going to step up. Oh, wow. El Hijo del Dr. Wagner. If you guys have not been tapped into AAA, he's really a good wrestler over there. He's a really good wrestler over there, man. And he's a AAA Latin American champion. Hey, I'm not going to be mad at this. I'm not too mad at this. My thing is, do a lot of the fans really know about him, especially for the ones who really don't watch AAA like that? But overall, I think this is going to be a good match. We might be in for a good match here. Leo did live promo on. Was it? I felt like it was maybe a babyface to an extent. I feel like it could have been babyface. This will be good. Yeah, facts. This is gonna be good. This will be good. When does Dom lose the AAA title? Not right now. I think he might lose it at Triple Mania. My prediction: he's losing it at Triple Mania. I don't think he's losing it to Vikingo. I thought they did, but after they added the stipulation, if he loses, he can no longer show up in AAA. And I just feel like for WWE, they're not gonna, have him lose, because I feel like he's kind of like that bridge between like WWE and AAA. So in my personal opinion, I don't think they're gonna do that. I feel like they're gonna keep him in AAA. So he's gonna retain, and I feel like they might build up somebody else. I feel like with the popularity that this guy has in AAA, I'm thinking it could be somebody like a El Grande Americano, like the current El Grande Americano, not the OG El Grande, but like the current one. Usually picking a bone. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong on that, you guys, but that's kind of the direction I feel like I'm thinking, because he's over. Because El Grande Americano he's not really over in like the WWE, like on Raw and stuff like that. But if you watch I almost said TNA. If you watch AAA, you know how good he is. You know how popular he is with the crowd over there. So I do think if that's the route they're going, they're gonna build it up to where he's gonna be the one to take the title from him. Because they kind of did like a little tease of that a couple of months ago. So I do think that's what they're gonna probably go with. But like I said, I could be wrong. They might go in a different direction than what I'm thinking. But I think as of right now, I think the person that's going to take the title from Dom will be El Grande Americano. And I think that's probably going to be at Triple Mania, but I think that's going to be after WrestleMania. I don't think he's going to lose that title right now. He already lost the Intercontinental Championship. I don't think he's going to get that title back, unfortunately, or whatnot. I feel like they're going to build up something else for Penta for WrestleMania, and I think that might be Javon Evans versus Penta. I feel like those two would be really, really good in the ring. I think the chemistry that those two can have, the match that they can have, is going to be really, really entertaining. I feel like, honestly, this might be me just, putting out like a little bold prediction, but I feel like this, honestly, if they do that match at WrestleMania, that match could easily be the match of the weekend. It could be. Because you look at last year's WrestleMania, some of the matches that we got, I don't think people really understood just how good they were in the moment. I really feel that way. I really do. Imagine if Omos turns on Vikingo and aligns with Dom. I don't think Omos needs to align with anybody else. He could probably stay with Vikingo, maybe go on his own. I feel like Dom is kind of fine right where he is. I don't think it's a necessary move, in my personal opinion. It's not a necessary move. Not a necessary move. But they could do that. If Dom is cursed, does that affect everyone in the group? No, because Liv wasn't there when it happened. Raquel wasn't there. No. I feel like it really wasn't towards anybody, though. It was mainly towards Dom. It wasn't towards Finn. It wasn't towards JD. So I feel as if that's what they're probably going to do. Could he curse the whole Judgment Day? Maybe. But I don't think that's the story that they're trying to tell. I feel like they're trying to plant that seed a little bit more that we could be seeing Dom and Finn at WrestleMania. Leo, do a backflip. I can't. I wish I could, though, but I can't. That would be the end of the stream if that was the case. I'm not that athletic like I used to be. Sadly, I'm not that athletic like I used to be. Sorry. Do you see CM Punk and Seth ever being in a tag team? No. I feel like if at the very least they would have some type, like maybe like a story where maybe like they have to align with each other, and you could tell like that story, can they coexist? Because you know WWE loves to do that storyline into the ground. Can they coexist? Can they get on the same page? You know they love doing that. Like, let's be real here. They love doing that. They love doing that. You know they do. But I don't see them like being in like a tag team. That question is, Oracle, can you not do that? We're not putting nobody in timeout. Okay, we're not doing that tonight. We're good. It's all good. Everybody is able to have their opinions at the end of the day. Whether if you agree with it, whether you don't agree with it, it's his opinion. There's no need to put him in timeout. Let's not do that. Whoa, fan. That. Oh wow, Sky, don't worry about it. You're good. You at the end of the day, Sky, you are entitled to however you feel about a certain wrestler, certain storyline, whatever it is. That goes for anybody in the chat. I keep saying this every single time. Everybody's entitled to feel how they feel about anything. Nobody should be put down because they have a different opinion. At the end of the day, we all have our certain opinions on certain things, whether it's storylines, wrestlers, whether it's past, present, or whatever the case is. Everybody's entitled to it. Everybody has their taste, and that is fine. How we feeling about this match so far, chat?
Did Carmelo Hayes.
Just always an exhilarating ride when you're watching Carmelo Hayes. And now in these deep waters, the US champ coming alive.
Exactly what he talked about, of having these open challenge matches, bringing out the best in him, making him better. Oh, a dirty Diana. Nice. Into the cover.
But a late kick out there from Wagner. And the instincts of Carmelo Hayes, he smells victory now. Could be imminent.
Yeah, I'm already sitting on the vision. Feel bad for Seth. Imagine if Danhausen and R-Truth become a tag team. Nah.
The champ was looking for first.
If that was the case, I don't know how to feel about that.
Shoulders are down there, and then lifts.
Because I couldn't take them serious if that's the case.
To deliver the power bomb. Oh, and a late 2 and change as Melo survives it.
Absolutely shredding the diaphragm of Carmelo Hayes on that landing, knocking all the oxygen out of Melo's body. And Melo at this point, after that powerbomb, may be defenseless.
While Punk and Roman are giving the two
that right arm
flaming yawns, said this chopped the liver. Oh my God, it's not the chopped liver.
Discus elbow there connecting to Melo. Melo completely rocked.
He was looking for the Wagner driver for sure.
That's how he's won all his championships worldwide. Oh!
Delivers it big time, does Melo.
Just a flash first 48 out of nowhere.
And he is able to survive it.
Well, that is absolutely stunning, because that is the move for Carmelo Hayes over the past several weeks that has been the kill shot that has put everyone away. Wagner somehow kicking out, but only just.
Wagner able to get out of the way. Charging in hard, stepping up with the knee.
A tremendous movement there from Wagner for a guy his size this deep in the match. Boy, am I impressed.
How can you not be? Showing you a bit of everything. Melo just gets the shoulder up.
And just so many variations of power bombs in the repertoire of Wagner here. And what an absolute banger this is turning out to be. Well, it ain't over yet.
Oh boy. You know he's got that signature moonsault in his arsenal. Does Wagner? Well scouted
Uh-oh.
by Hayes.
Hayes just baited him in on that one, and now you're in the drop zone.
Nothing but
That's it. Call that ball game right there. Ball game. Hey, but I did say this was going to be a good match, and it was a solid match. I will say that. I think he's holding that championship going to Mania. My prediction still reigns true. He's holding that title to Mania. He's going to drop it at Mania. I think they're going to do like a multi-man ladder match.
Dr. Wagner Jr., that was an absolutely superb.
Leo, did you see where Tom Brady called Logan? I did see that, and now I've been seeing, as far as social media goes, people are talking about that being a match at WrestleMania. Please don't. No. Just no. Just no. I'm good. I will personally take a pass on that. Give me a rain check.
Last week, he issued another open challenge to you, but you refused it, Ilya. Why walk away from that opportunity?
Well, Kathy, let me answer your question with another question. How can you keep losing and feel like you deserve the shot? Like, others can do that. But I never wanted to be other people.
That is certainly a unique mindset here. How did you develop that?
From the greatest warrior I have ever known, my mother. A kind-hearted woman, ridiculed by people, but she fought every single day to just survive, working, sacrificing, carrying the weight of the entire world on her shoulders. So when people call me a warrior, it means something to me. It means carrying the burden of being her son. And right now, I'm just not fighting the way that she would. And until I can become that warrior again, I will wait.
Wait. Wait. Back in my day, we were always taught to seize every opportunity. Always say yes. Yet Carmelo Hayes offers you a United States title match and you say no? Why? Because mommy wants her little boy to be a warrior.
Miz, you about to mess up and say the wrong thing, and you gonna end up getting in trouble for that. I'm letting it be known right now. I just hope you know what you're doing. I really hope he knows what he's doing, because this is not gonna end well for him. I just know how this is gonna end for him, and it's not gonna be a good one. By any means, it's not gonna be good. Hold on here. What is going on? Did Smackdown just crash on me? That was weird, chat. Jordan Grace suffered an injury during her match against. Wait, what is up with these SmackDown injuries? Not Jordan Grace. She just got to the main roster, bro. She just got to the main roster. It's been reported Brady is going to be invited. I guess I could see him hosting WrestleMania, to be honest. Multi-man ladder match at Mania for a U.S. title, for sure. Yeah, facts. So I'm wondering if they're gonna turn him heel. Let me ask y'all that. Better not be a serious injury, facts, because it's like she just came to literally none other than SmackDown, and she's already getting an injury. That's not what you like to see. It's really not what you like to see. It's really not. I'm hoping this is not a serious injury. I'm just hoping maybe it's just a sprain, nothing more. Cause I really would hate to see another injury like as we were heading into WrestleMania. You know what I mean? I don't know what they would do with Jordan Grace at WrestleMania, so I feel like a lot of people probably would be on the outside looking at it thinking like, oh, it's not like she had anything to do with Mania. No, I feel like if anything, you can also make the case for her to be in the U.S. title picture going up against somebody like a Julia. I was thinking maybe they can do something like maybe a multi-woman match. Maybe it's like a fatal four-way where it's like Julia, maybe even a six-pack challenge maybe if they're able to do that. But I think at a fatal four-way, having Julia, having maybe EO in the mix, Tiffany, and Jordan Grace, I think that can, be a really, really good match in my personal opinion. So I'm really hoping that this injury is nothing too serious. I don't like seeing a lot of wrestlers get injured, especially when a lot of them have a lot of potential. And, sometimes when you have these injuries, some people just don't come back the same, or they just can't capture that momentum that they had before that they went down with injury. And that's the sad part about it, you guys. That is the really sad part about it. Better not. Yeah, I am just hoping it's that's too serious, or anything. Just hoping that it's all good. Just hoping that it's all good for her. And if she's really injured, hoping a speedy and healthy recovery. And go back. 14 world titles are tied.
I know it's tough right now, but I hear I have a match tonight. What do I got?
He didn't tell you?
What's up?
Did you tell him?
No,
Dog, you in big trouble.
For what?
You in turmoil.
What?
Don't worry about it. I'm in trouble too. We both in turmoil, dog.
He's into the tag team turmoil match.
Okay. The pair of you are entered as a team in tag team turmoil tonight. I mean, I thought you knew about this. Is this okay with you?
We are a team.
I mean, winning tag title sounds pretty good to me, so yeah, let's do it.
Oh my God! They're putting Damien in the tag team division. Oh my God! He went from world champion to tag team turmoil, bro.
Chance to calm down. This is Elimination Chamber. Let's be reasonable.
Is this gonna be a WrestleMania feud? Because if it is, I'm all for it.
We need an agreement. I don't win this title. There'll be no rematch for Cody. Unless he wins the Rumble. Unless he wins the Chamber. He won neither. So make this right.
Make this right.
Make it right.
Reasonable. I'll tell you what's unreasonable. You looking me in my eye and telling me time after time that you were going to let things happen the way they should and leave it alone, and you couldn't do it. So you went back on your word, I went back on mine. So now, it's time to put up or shut up.
Ooh.
Defend the championship tonight. Unless, of course, you want to forfeit the championship.
Forfeit the title.
If he loses, he's gonna go on a rampage.
Feels like Drew McIntyre against the world, doesn't it? I beat Cody before. I'm gonna beat him tonight because the only way he'll take this title from me is prying it from my cold, dead hands.
All right. Lace them up tight.
Okay.
No turning back. It is happening tonight.
So we got the women's tag team, the tag team champions are about to have like their celebration. Looks like. LMAO. This is what's happening when you, build Damian Priest up. I don't know. Damian Priest Not the Team Hell No 2.0. Is that what they're calling him now? They're literally calling it that, bro? Come on, man. I wouldn't say that much. I won't say go to that extent. I won't go to that extent as far as he's concerned. Is it a fall from grace? Definitely. But is it the end of the world? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Get a real good look at two 6-foot thoroughbred stallions.
Hey, I know that's right.
And now, with these titles, we have the entire tag division on lock. Two of the most dominant women in the WWE. But listen, we're generous champs.
Are you?
We're not going to just settle. So any and all challengers are welcome. But to be fair, it won't make a difference.
Girl, you're absolutely right about that. Because if anyone is brave enough to step to us and try to take these tag team titles, just know if you run up, you gonna get done up. And for all of those in the back, all of those in the locker room, this is your first, last, and only warning that the irresistible forces are here and we ain't going nowhere. Thank you. That's right, that's right. So, with that being said, since it's Women's History Month, it's only fitting for us to have a toast, for us to have a cheers to the most the most dominant WWE Tag Team Champions.
Something's about to show up here. Of course they would give them pyro. Of course they give them pyro. And just like that, somebody shows up. Somebody's stepping up.
Well, celebrations rarely last long here on SmackDown.
Last Legends is gonna be a star, absolutely, hands down. She's being a star. She's gonna be a star.
Say hello to a couple of former.
She's gonna be a star, bro. If y'all think she's not gonna be a star, I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't know what else to tell you. If you don't think she's gonna be a star, you can tell like they're positioning her to be like a star for the company.
Really happy for you, Nia. Looks like you finally found a coattail to ride all the way to the top. Looks like it's really working out for you. But we remember what actually happened. The only reason we lost those titles to the Kabuki Warriors is because you two cheaters interfered
in line.
Is this gonna be a WrestleMania feud? Because if it is, I'm all for it. Wow, Kiana and Julia stepping up too?
Well, as Charlotte and Alexa stake their claim to who's next.
Ladies, wait a minute. Do you all have some sort of memory issue? Because 2 weeks ago, I was in a triple threat match against Nia and Charlotte. And remind me who won that match again?
Kiana won that match.
Stop. It was me. You know I won that match. And remind me who pinned Alexa in the Elimination Chamber last week?
I mean, she's already pinned two from world champion, so she got a point.
Julia and I plan on going to WrestleMania one way or another.
I wonder if they're gonna have Julia get turned on by Kiana.
We're gonna walk into Vegas with Stars Tag Team Championship! So, Charlotte, Alexa, can you do all of us a favor and just step to the side? Thank you.
Whoa, okay, ladies, let's all just take a breath here. This is Smackdown. We don't prove who deserves a title shot with a debate. We prove it with action. And I think Portland deserves a little action. So, we're going to give them Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Kiana James and Julia. And we're going to get a referee out here because we're going to give that to you right now.
I like the way all
So I guess that's gonna lead to a number one contendership match.
Charlotte and Alexa.
Maybe.
Why not? Let's do it in Portland.
So I guess we're getting this number one contendership match now currently. And I don't know if it's going to be number one contendership, but I guess it is. Kiana is always sizzling hot. She's always making me, oh my gosh, oh Lord. No. I'm not going to read the rest of it. I got to do this again. I'm sorry. I get it. She's an attractive woman. I mean, like, I'm not going to debate that. Like, you know what I mean? She's attractive. Fan, you should see Kiana in person. I mean, hey, I'm all for people seeing their favorite wrestlers. You know what I mean? Finishing their story. You know what I mean? Hello, come on, Rackler. Tame yourself. No, whoa, wait a minute. Tame yourself. I beg your pardon? I started last Friday. Leo, if you don't mind me asking, how's it been with meeting a girl? Honestly, the thing is, I mean, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna try to answer this the best way that I can. because I mean, I'll put it like this, Youngblood. If you do find somebody that happens to be in wrestling, I would consider that a really amazing opportunity because you really don't find like a lot of women like in the wrestling space that are more like open about being wrestling fans, if that's the case. But like the thing is, I haven't found one yet. I haven't really found one yet that happens to like wrestling, or at the very least is able to put up with me being a wrestling fan, if that makes sense, and let alone being a wrestling content creator. But I will say, if you do come across somebody that happens to be a wrestling fan, that's definitely a huge W, because you really, if you're finding somebody that has something, as in common with you, and you also can talk about it, you can resonate with that person about it, you can talk and have discussions and dialogue about it, which is also a good thing as well. So if you do have that opportunity, don't pass that up, because you really don't, like I said before, and I'll reiterate that, you do not find a lot of, women in the wrestling or not even the content space, but just like women in general. You don't really find that many that happen to be, fans of wrestling. Mainly the people that you see are people like that's in the content space and stuff like that. Those are really the only women that you technically see. But if you do find somebody that happens to be have something in common with you, from like as far as being a wrestling fan, definitely go for it. Do not pass that up. Like if I happen to come across a woman that happens to like wrestling fan, that's a huge W in my book. Because, I mean, with me they have to put it with, and that's something you have to have a conversation with yourself, Youngblood. Because if you're trying to be in, like, a relationship, for example, you have to have, like, these conversations with yourself before you kind of indulge in pursuing somebody. Because you want to know, you want to go into something knowing what you expect from a person, right? You have to, I won't say you have to be too demanding, but at least know what you want. You know what I mean? At the very least. I'll put it like that. Like, if they can't put up with you being like a wrestling fan or whatever the case is, they don't have to be like the biggest fan. But if they can't at the very least be able to sit there and try to watch it with you, that's not going to work, because relationships is about putting in effort. It's a two-way street, not a one-way street. Yeah, most people would think you're weird for being, and that's the thing. And once you accept the fact that you are who you are, then it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you, right? The people's opinions don't define you. They can either shape you to be a better person, or they can pretty much make you question everything about yourself. And that's not something you want to find yourself in. Just know who you are, continue being yourself, and things will fall in place. Leo and Vicky, no, absolutely not, Alex. No. No.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Absolutely not. Never gonna happen. Never in my, not as far as I can see. Not happening. No, absolutely not. Who y'all got winning this match, Chad? You got Kiana and Julia winning, or you got Alexa and Charlotte winning? Because I did say they could end up having Alexa and Charlotte have a Mania match this year. If that's the case, then I could see them potentially losing this. I could see them potentially losing this match. I know, Alex. I know you're kidding. I mean, you tend to do it, so I'm kind of used to it at this point. So it is what it is. But yeah, Youngblood, if you just keep being yourself, man. If a person can't accept you for who you are, then they don't deserve to be in your circle. Just saying it like how it is. And that's not me being cocky. It's just, that's just how you have to be. You have to be confident in yourself. That's the biggest advice I can give anybody, whether if you like wrestling or just like anything, or just have anything you're passionate about. Don't let anybody, tear you down and make you feel any different. At the end of the day, nobody's perfect. At the end of the day, we all have the right to feel the way we want. We all have the right to have our certain opinions on things. And that's just the reality of what it is. People can debate all back and forth, But as long as you stay true to who you are as a person, that's all that matters. But if you want to keep, because I'm in a situation now where I am gonna try to find, someone for myself, like and whatnot. But like one thing I'm very clear on is if you can't deal with me being like a content creator and things like that, it's just not gonna work. People have to understand like my schedule, and if you and I'm able to like balance a lot of different things out at the end of the day. But if you can't deal with me being like a wrestling fan or just being a content creator and talking about it, then it's just not gonna work. And that seems maybe like cliche or maybe easier said than done, but it's just a fact. You know what I mean? And that just goes with anybody. If you have a passion for yourself and, for example, your significant other doesn't agree with it, if they're really trying to build something to you, they have to deal with everything that comes along with being in a relationship, whether if it's both good or bad. You know what I mean? So if they can't deal with you being yourself, then it's GG's at that point. Because what's the point of being in a relationship with somebody and they don't match your energy? You know what I mean? You want somebody that can balance however you feel. Have you ever dated a girl that was into or judged you for liking wrestling? Absolutely. Every girl that I seem to pretty much came across have judged me for being a wrestling fan. But and I'm not gonna lie, and I'm being very transparent here. There was a time where that kind of it bothered me for the longest because it's like if I'm being with somebody, I want them to like me for my being myself. And there were times where I even questioned it. I even questioned if being a wrestling fan or just being myself was good enough. All right, fan, you're right. My exes did not like me being a wrestling fan, but I had to come to a point where it's like I have to be myself. If a person can't accept me for being a wrestling fan, then it's just not going to work. Because being a wrestling fan is just not just me talking about it or being a content creator, but it's part of my personality. If you see me in person, a lot of times I am wearing wrestling merch. I'm talking about wrestling, or I'm coming up with ideas for content, content videos and stuff like that. So whether if I'm on screen talking about wrestling, even when I'm not on screen, I'm pretty much coming up with ideas and dialogues and conversations to bring when I'm on stream with you guys as far as wrestling goes. So they will have to come across me and have that be part of me. They're gonna have to deal with it. And if they can't deal with it, then I'm sorry. That's not me being cocky or anything. It's just me being honest. And that goes to anybody in here. If you guys like wrestling, if a person can't accept you for being yourself, then they don't deserve to be in your circle.
Ducking and diving, and here comes the queen.
Charlotte Flair is ready for action. Big crossbody.
It's fine. At the end of the day, Youngblood, look, it sucks, and I will admit it. It sucks, like when you try to be yourself and you feel like there are times where just being yourself is not enough. And like, we just had mental awareness month, and I was gonna do like a stream talking about mental health to like really encourage a lot of you guys that are going through things, whether if it's just in life, and giving you guys encouragement to kind of keep pushing. But like, a lot of things kind of took place to where I wasn't able to do it. But one thing I was gonna be very clear about is never let anybody stop you from going after your goals and ambitions that you have for yourself. Never let anybody tell you no. The only person that can stop you from getting to the goals that you set for yourself is you. Sometimes yourself can be like your biggest critic and can be the one that's literally a lot of times standing in your own way. So a lot of times we have to get out of our own way to really allow ourselves to really get to the things that we have set for ourselves.
Just got her shoulder up.
Yeah, talk about the
Feed her to the sharks. I'm not gonna feed her to. Hey, this is not Jaws, bro. I can't feed her to the sharks, bro. What is this?
managers managed to kick out, but their hopes are still alive in this one.
Big kick delivered. And now Julia, she enters into the fight right in the middle of the ring. And slams down Charlotte. Trying to win it right here.
Well, Bliss is down and Bliss may be out. But it looks like Charlotte might have been wiped out with this one.
But going through all that, it really was a learning experience for me, but also like a wake-up call in a sense, because it's like it really just showed me that there's no better time to be myself than right now.
That's that madness seeping out once again. And this is when she gets truly scary.
There's so much on the line for these tag teams as the Irresistible Forces were celebrating their new titles, and these two teams came out to stake their claim to #1 contender spot. There's Charlotte now able to counter, and the German suplex by Flair.
Just when Julia was going for that Northern Lights bomb.
Oh, what a DDT
and the
by
pendulum
Bliss.
Swinging back. Oh!
Natural selection, Flair, right on time.
Julia just keeps getting pinned, bro. It's crazy.
They are right back where they belong.
So I'm guessing Alexa and Charlotte are like #1 contenders. I am like 5 or 6. Question for you guys on a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you for Mania? I'm at a 6 right now. I'm looking for like one more thing around, because like I even said this earlier, Alex, when we were talking. One of the two feuds that really got me intrigued right now is the Roman and CM Punk feud and the Liv and Stephanie feud. Those are like the main two feuds that I'm really hooked into right now. Oh, we got Jelly Roll here.
Congratulations on your Elimination Chamber win, my brother. I'm coming to Smackdown next week to see you, my friend. Also, Cody, I'm coming to see you too, bub. I love you. And good luck tonight against Drew. You know how much I hate that guy. Get it, baby.
So we got him next week.
You know, undisputed WWE champion Drew
Oracle fam,
McIntyre
please
has
don't.
put every obstacle in your way on this path to getting back that championship for you. Tonight's match, your last opportunity and another obstacle on the road to WrestleMania. How do you navigate it all?
Kathy, I just want to point at that dang sign. Obstacle after obstacle. The only one that remains, the only thing that remains is Drew McIntyre. What I would hope is the next time we speak, you'll be speaking to the new WWE champion.
Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, Lord.
Look, Cody, I know things have been a little icy between us the last couple of weeks. I'm not trying to get in your head now before this big match that you got and this match. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy that this match is even happening to begin with, but...
What's crazy about it, Sammy?
Are you kidding? Hang on, are you kidding right now? What's crazy? Look, Cody, you beat me to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match. You beat me the way you did. I let that go. I really did. I've let it go. But you lost in the Elimination Chamber match, okay? The whole point of the Elimination Chamber match is the winner gets a WWE Championship opportunity, and you lost. But you're still getting this match tonight. So once again, Cody, everything just kind of falls into your lap here, and you're not getting a second chance. And you know who's not getting a second chance? Is me.
What is this? Second chance, first chance? What it sounds like you're doing is you're posturing and you're politicking for a title match with me, and I haven't even won the damn thing yet.
That's what you think's happening right now? You think I'm being self-serving? You think that's what's happening right now? You think I'm trying to angle my way in? You think I'm trying to snake my way into a WWE Championship match? That's what you think is happening?
I don't know. I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Spit it out.
I don't know either, Cody. actually came here to say good luck. Okay? And it turned into all of this. I just want to say good luck. Because you might not believe it the way I've been acting these last couple of weeks, but Cody, I'm rooting for you. I want what's best for you. Okay? So go out there and go do what Cody Rhodes does and go become WWE champion. Again. Okay.
He's crashing out again. We need to get a crash out counter for Sami, bro.
All these internal struggles for Sami Zayn, but it is happening tonight. Cody Rhodes.
Get back to work, Sami. He's not the Home Depot associate, bro. I can't, bro.
WrestleMania. The buzz is there anyway, but we are reaching a crescendo tonight right here in Portland.
By the way, Trick Williams has been getting a lot of attention lately, and today that continued on the nationally syndicated Breakfast Club.
Would you rather be a Hall of Fame wide receiver or a Hall of Fame in wrestling?
I'll say this. What I love about wrestling, being a superstar, is the fact I am a superstar. I took the helmet off, and people know me in different countries, man. I go to Jamaica on vacation. You know, they whoop that trick in patois.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I go to Mexico and Saudi Arabia, man. They only speak English. They chant whoop that trick. Football is a beautiful sport. I played it for 20 years, but it's very American. You know what I mean? Like wrestling, you good around the world. So it's just a whole different feeling that I didn't even know was out there. You know, you live in that matrix of whatever you're doing. But, you know, once you branch out, you be like, whoa, like wrestling.
Really good discussion on the Breakfast Club. That interview is available.
So we got the tag team turmoil match next. Now he knits sweaters. He got laid off from Home Depot. LOL. Y'all going crazy as Sami, bro. Sami can't catch a break either on screen or off screen. Hello, making things out of clay. Motor City. So it looks like we're getting Los Garzas, Wyatt Six, Fraxium, Motor City, and then R-Truth and Damien. So no, I guess no Street Profits. I guess they're gonna probably wait on Street Profits to like SmackDown after Mania at this point, because that's what it seems like. It seems like they're waiting for SmackDown after Mania or something, because we're not getting any sign of them showing up anytime soon, apparently. So I don't know what that means. Do you guys think Y6? Y6 are in the gauntlet, so we have to see how that's gonna end up playing out, guys. We got to see how that's gonna play out. Send Profits to NXT at this point, yeah, because NXT needs help. NXT's tag division needs a lot of help right now because it has no depth like it used to. Like it literally fails in comparison when you think of like Black and Gold's era of NXT like a couple years ago, right? You had, you know, the Revival, DIY. You had who else? I think you even had like Authors of Pain at that time. You had Vaudevillains. You had Blake and Murphy. You know what I mean? So you had numerous teams at that point, right? MFT's costing Wyatt's. Yeah, facts. They're costing them that match. I feel like that's going to be a match. And I know people kind of like frowned at my prediction. I feel like the way this is happening, it's leading to probably like them doing solo and Uncle Howdy 1-on-1 at WrestleMania in like a anti like a cinematic type match, and that's probably something like a not like a Wyatt compound or anything like that, but more like a trying to feel like the best match. Could they do something like a Wyatt family compound, or could they do like a Firefly Funhouse match? The women are carrying NXT big time. Jada Parker and Blake Monroe carrying. Yeah, facts. They're carrying right now. The women, honestly, I'm sorry. This might be upset some people, but and this is not me trying to glaze or anything like this, or people are gonna try to take out the You don't understand it because it's Women's History Month. No, I'm saying it because I actually feel this way. The women all around are carrying WWE right now. The women all around are carrying WWE right now. And you guys can let me know how you guys feel about me saying that. But I honestly feel that the women are carrying all of WWE right now. From Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. All around carrying. Leo, if you had to recommend WWE match to someone who's starting, okay, it really just depends on their criteria, Alex, because they might want to watch tag team wrestling, women's wrestling, right? They might be fan of the cruiserweight division. They might be want to see some big marquee matches, right? I feel like there were a few matches that I would introduce them to. Yeah, for the men, Alex, CM Punk is carrying. For the men's side of things, CM Punk is carrying. But like, so I'm gonna get off to a few examples. If they want tag team, I'm gonna say go watch DIY versus the Revival for the NXT tag team titles at NXT Takeover, right? I would give them maybe if they want singles, maybe I'll give them Andrade, Johnny Gargano, NXT Takeover Philadelphia 2018 for the NXT Championship. I may give them something like Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania 39 or WrestleMania 40. I'll give them something like that, right? I would give them women's wrestling. I'll probably give them something like Rhea versus Io, or Rhea versus Bianca versus Io from last year. That was a good match. Rhea versus Charlotte. I would give them something like what's some other good matches that they could probably, if you want tag team, easily the Usos versus New Day, their feud that they had at that time, especially the Hell in a Cell match. That was a good one. I'll have them show that. Yo, Rackfern, if you were WWE, what finishing move would you use? Jada Parker are carrying NXT main roster. Punk Roman, yeah. No debate. No debate about that. So we got Fraxim and Motor City starting off, which is a good match. That's a good match to start off with. That is a really good match to start off with for tonight. For at least like the tag team tournament. I was thinking like these probably would have been positioned a little bit differently. But then again, I mean, can't really say too much about that. So we're already back to commercial. Good pick. Has to be the Samoan Spike. That's a good one. Or Stomp. That's a serious one because that definitely gives somebody some serious CTE. What time is NXT show tomorrow? I believe that's 5 or 6. I believe. Because they usually start NXT like around 5 or 6. I know like the kickoff show, I think the last time I watched it was like 5 or 6. But I believe it starts at like 5 or 6 because that's usually their time slot that they usually have for like NXT shows. I don't know too much about NXT's card tomorrow. I believe we're getting Joe Hendry and Ricky Saints. I know we're getting that. I don't think we're getting an NXT North American title or I know we're getting like confirmation of what we're gonna do with the NXT Women's title, knowing that Jacy Jane has, after everything that happened with, Saruka and Zarya, I'm thinking that's gonna lead to like a triple threat at Stand Deliver. We got Jada Parker and Blake Monroe in like a street fight, which I think that's gonna be a really good match. So I think it's gonna be overall solid show. Last NXT event was on Peacock. All of the NXT events are on Peacock and everything like that, Alex. So this will be so Alex, my question is this gonna be the last event for NXT or that's gonna be on Peacock and then going forward it's gonna be like on ESPN or Netflix or something? That's my question to you, Alex. So is this gonna be like the last show that they're gonna do for like that show? Like that's gonna be part of the Peacock? So we're back on the show. So we got Fraxium and Motor City still going at it. So I'm pretty sure like this is gonna pretty much take us into like the WWE Championship side of things. Because I don't think this is gonna be like a very I don't know. It could be. Well, we still got Jade and Rhea, so that's gonna be happening, and they will probably get into the WWE Championship. So this will probably take us to maybe like the last hour, maybe. The Elimination Chamber was supposed to be the last main roster PLE on Peacock. That's what I was told, but I guess it wasn't. Because it wasn't on there. It was mainly on ESPN if you're like in the US, or if you're like have like the VPN, you can watch on Netflix, and if you're in other territories, you watch on Netflix. Because mainly I've been watching like a lot of the shows on Netflix. Like I'm watching Smackdown on Netflix. I've been watching Raw on Netflix. Honestly, you guys, once, because I do plan to get like a crib very, very soon. I do plan to like mainly have all my stuff on Netflix and just do a VPN. Like I'm still gonna have because I'm probably gonna still have the other platforms just to watch movies, but as far as wrestling, I might just watch on Netflix. Because that's what I've been doing. The only reason why I've been doing that currently is because it's easier. The other platforms that I have are very, trickier.
Well, we got a
Wow. They kind of, why do they do it like that? I mean, Iraqi fan, I'm not saying that in a bad thing, but that's a good thing. That's a good tool to have. If you have a VPN, it makes the things a little bit more convenient for you. Yeah, because, like, for me watching on ESPN, I get a lot of buffers. I tried doing it for the Royal Rumble, and I was just getting buffers, like, every few minutes. And that takes away from the overall experience as a watcher when you're trying to be invested in the match that's happening, when you're constantly being bombarded by all these buffers that are constantly happening every few minutes. I don't want to deal with that. If I'm watching at home, I want a good experience. I want a good watching experience, not being constantly bombarded by, like, interruptions and stuff like that every few minutes. Overall, with ESPN, do I get some buffers here and there? Yes, but it's not as frequent as it is when you watch ESPN. Netflix was buffering on Monday like crazy. I mean, sometimes streaming platforms just happen to do that. Now, for me, I do get buffers here and there, like I said, but it's not as frequent as it is when I watch from ESPN. So it's a little bit more digestible for me as an overall watcher when I'm watching Raw, SmackDown, and the PLEs.
Nathan Frazier stays right, locked in. Owen delivering the kick. Is Axiom hooking the leg, and coming in and making the save was Berto.
Well, it was all Lost Gaza, but that speed of movement of Fraxium shows how quickly they can turn this around. How much is left in the tank of Fraxium, though? They have been beaten, bruised, battered, but they're still ticking. And now Angel in the wrong part of town.
Axiom goes up to meet him. Meanwhile, in the other corner, Berto was quick to just send Frazier flying. And now Angel takes control, and the tag is made to Berto.
And this has just been absolutely devastating from Los Garza. Here we go.
MTY. Quick into the cover. And they
So I feel like they're probably going to have Damian and... Yep, it's over. So I'm guessing R-Truth and Damian are going to win. Elimination Chamber was the first PLE. That was the first PLE that was buffering like crazy. Wasn't the first... Are we talking about on Netflix? Or because I remember the first PLE that on Peacock was Fastlane. But if you're talking about Elimination Chamber, then I guess you got a point there, Oracle fan. Because I was getting a few buffers here and there. I was getting a few buffers. So in 2 days, I had the first PLE that was buffering like crazy on ESPN and the first Monday Night Raw that was buffering like crazy on Netflix. I mean, I would much rather take my chance with Netflix than ESPN because ESPN does buffer a lot more and whatnot. So they happened to went to commercial, I guess. Let me see. I'm gonna try to wish Brian a happy birthday. I wanted to see if he was gonna be in the stream before I did it, but okay, yeah, there he is. So I can there he goes. So I can probably send him a message now.
Or she's as she goes through the time of recovering.
Dude, my typing is crazy. So, But yeah, I think that's kind of just the overall experience that just streaming platforms just tend to provide for me. Because like I said, I do get buffers and stuff like that, but it's not as like bad as the other ones. Watch him. Wish him happy birthday. Quick. Just heard him. I'm gonna wish him happy birthday as well.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Reeves.
Mark.
The
Max
only thing they
Crosby.
can do is have Meechin
Max Crosby. Yes, sir.
and BFAB join her and help her cheat to win, but I highly doubt that'll happen. Rhea's coming there to take that title.
Rhea's got to take that title.
But the problem
Thank
is,
you, Mark.
I don't think it matters at this point. Because guess who just got injured before the show tonight?
You said Jordan Grace, right? Did
Jordan
they say what the injury is?
Why are you looking like Debo?
I don't know. She just was wrestling. Alba Fire beat her on main event. And the ref threw up the X. So.
Well, I mean, if JC Jane loses this weekend, then eventually she can get called up to SmackDown.
She don't have a match. She don't have a match.
Oh yeah, wait. I thought it was for. I thought it was doing a triple threat.
They're probably going to announce it on Tuesday. They're going to announce what they're going to do for the title on Tuesday. But they still have Roadblock. They still have the Houston show and Roadblock, and then Stand and Deliver is on the 4th of April. So they still got 3 more shows.
So who?
I think it's going to be a triple threat, but I think it's going to end up being Soul and Zarya as Stand and Deliver, and it's going to be JC and Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray beats JC.
Yeah.
I think Zarya. They could have Zarya beat Sol Ruka. So Sol Ruka could get called up. Zarya could eventually then be the NXT Women's Champion by beating Kendall Gray eventually. They could do that.
In my opinion, I think they should do a triple threat. Soul, Zarya, and JC.
Yeah.
Wolf is always going to be a
Hey Leo, come to the stream, man. Come to the stream.
They
we wish you a good brother. Happy birthday.
JC.
I see you in the chat.
Appreciate you, Leo.
They actually not JC. They have Zarya.
I can't do
Or
that,
no, they have
Raj.
Soul.
I can't do that. I'm already streaming. I can't join the stream. I'm already on stream, bro. What do you expect me to do? I don't have that type of technology in my power, bro. What do you mean? I don't have that type of power, you guys. Wow, Alex, Wolf is always going to be an Aren't there like a total of like 5 teams altogether, or is it 6? Y'all let me know. Is it like a total of 6 or not? And Wolf still needs Nightlight and Belief. That's Santa and the Tooth Fairy. This bitch said Santa and the Tooth Fairy. I must ask y'all this question, y'all. I know people because some people been asking me if I would ever stream with the Flex Zone. People think I have this beef with the Flex Zone. I'm here to address that. I do not have beef with the Flex Zone, so we can put that to rest. There's never been beef. There never will be beef with the Flex Zone. I simply took a step back to focus on my content, and that's all it was. That's literally all it was. But as far as like me collabing with them or just showing up, I might make a few appearances if you guys really want me to, because I mainly might do that for like AEW. So if you guys really want me to, maybe I'll show up for like AEW this week, or maybe if I'm able to, because I may not be able to stream Smackdown this week. Next week, I may not be able to, because I may not be here because I have to attend my granny's funeral, so I would not probably be able to be here. I may not be able to stream, but if I'm able to like take some of my equipment or whatever and stream at the hotel, then maybe. But that even then, that's a stretch.
There's a roll-up, and that is how the Wyatt Six have been eliminated.
We did say MFT was going to get involved.
Advances because of that.
Well, the ultimate nemesis of Wyatt Six, the MFTs causing.
Nah, just stream by yourself. That's up to you, Leo. Now, I'm not saying it's like a frequent thing, but I may make a sporadic appearances like here and there. Maybe like for like an AEW pay-per-view or something. The only thing with AEW is just sometimes the stream, like not the stream, but like the shows itself, especially like pay-per-views, tend to be a lot longer. And it can be very draining. I will say that. Which is why I kind of mainly been sticking with kind of in the WWE bubble. But I may like do like NXT a little bit more. Maybe I'll watch like the weekly shows, maybe, possibly. Because like there's some shows that I do want to add into the rotation. I do want to add like, with me, besides me doing like Raw, SmackDown, and the pay-per-views, I want to add NXT and the NXT stuff in the rotation starting next week. And then maybe like a TNA show here and there. Even if you have to miss a stream, still stream by yourself. Is Truth trying to look like Michael Jordan? One, facts. It's weird. R-Truth being. I'm so used to like R-Truth having like the bald head, not the bald head, but like the dreads. Cause like since I've been accustomed to him, he had the 2 strands, and then he had the dreads for so long. Now he's bald. I cannot get that image out of my head at this point. I can't. I just can't get the image out of my head now. I just won't. I just can't. Not even for a second can I get that image out of my head now. I can't even unsee that. Wolf literally looks like he is not allowed to 10 feet within a 8. Not 10 feet within a school, bro. Leo should go ball. Absolutely not. Nope. I'm gonna forever have these locks in, bro. I'm sorry. They're not going anywhere. I used to like cut my hair a lot more frequently, like when I was a lot younger, and then kind of like going into like my teenage years, I kind of stopped. Like especially when I kind of got to like high school, I grew my hair for a little bit, then I cut it like in 2018. That's like the last time I really cut my hair, and like since then I've been kind of growing it out. Since then, I've been growing my hair out since like 2018. Was it 2018 or 2019? I think it was. Yeah, it was 2018. It was 2018 because I remember I was a junior in high school, and that's when I started growing my hair back out. Nah, facts, yo, Blake. I reckon if they had to do them like that, bruh. I've been growing my hair out since 2019. Wolf fits the standard middle school student. Y'all trolling this man. Y'all doing this man down bad, bro. Y'all doing this man down bad, bro. I'm surprised they're actually having like Los Gardas kind of be like the Iron Man of this tag team turmoil match. I was thinking it was gonna be Fraxium, to be honest, to be with you, but I guess like it makes sense. Maybe they're not gonna have the tag titles be within the MFT White Six storyline. Maybe it might be like a White Family Compound match, or maybe like Wyatt Six versus MFT Firefly Funhouse match. Maybe that's the route that they could be going, and then they kind of could do what they did with the Intercontinental Championship, not have like the title be involved in the feud, and let like the feud that they've been trying to build for like the last few couple of months be like the focal point, rather than having this feud, but with the tag team titles kind of being like the second layer, not the main, reason for this. Wolf is so skinny, I swear, if a feather falls on his leg, it would not shatter it like glass. Come on, man. Y'all ain't got to do him like that. Wolf needs a booster seat because he does not reach the limit to be in the front seat. Y'all doing that man bad, bro. Y'all, that's all I'm going to say. Y'all doing him bad. Bad to the max. Bad to the max. Oh, he's keeping the John Cena. I guess he went bald because he wanted to be like John Cena.
I guess Ron Cena's back.
Ron Cena, yeah, back for one night only.
Shuffle.
He's going to go for that AA.
Why not? But instead, Berto.
Oh, is he going for the FTF?
Maybe a little more than the AA. STF.
Locking it in. Close to a tap out, and here comes
Nope.
Angel.
He broke it up.
After being smashed up and over our reinforced announce desk, Angel just in the nick of time.
Nah, he's learned how to the potty train, bro.
C-Nation right there, not quite getting the job done.
Ooh.
It was just a blind tag, I believe, there to Damian Priest, who is now legal. All four others in the ring.
This might be it for Los Garzas here, bro.
The number one contenders. R-Truth
Ooh.
and Damian Priest in stereo now.
AA in the South of Heaven.
South of heaven.
1, 2. And now they are the number one contenders for the tag team titles. Well, now they got to come up with a tag team name if this is going to be like a long-term thing. If you guys are talking trash about Wolf on here, go over to Flex Zone and say, I mean, I'm not here to talk trash. I'm here to critique the community. You know what I mean? Not y'all going crazy, especially talking about him being afraid to lose his V card, bro. Come on now. As a person, bro, I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna lose it whenever you're ready. You know what I mean? Whenever the moment provides itself and you feel like it's fit, just go for it then. That's all I will say about that. So we got Rhea and Jade gonna be kicking off next. Well, that'll be next, I believe. Wolf is still y'all gotta leave that band alone, bro. Come on now. Leave him alone. Let him make it. Count to 10 and read. I wonder what else we're getting on the show, because I know we're getting the WWE Championship. That's main eventing. I don't know if they're going to make that, like, I'm pretty sure that's going to get, like, at least 30 minutes. At the very minimum. Biggest wrestling dream match? Like, are we talking about, like, what is one of, are my question to you, Alex, are you asking, like, what are some, like, the biggest dream matches that I want to see? Dude, I was laughing too hard. My stomach started hurting. We have some funny people in this chat. Yeah, facts. Yes, top 3 biggest dream matches. Seth versus Will Ospreay. I need to see that. Seth Rollins versus Will Ospreay. That's another one. Javon Evans. Who are some people that I enjoy? I would say Roman versus MJF. Roman versus MJF. I think the promo battle could be between those two. Could be really good. I'm gonna say Javon Evans versus Kyle Fletcher. And then if you want to talk women, I'm gonna say Liv versus Toni Storm. And then probably like Rhea versus Mercedes, or maybe Bianca versus Mercedes. We're all here to have a good time. Yeah, facts. Most def.
Coverage on both nights on the ESPN app with ESPN Unlimited. WrestleMania for the first time ever on ESPN.
Hey, Randy. Hey, man. Look, first of all, I heard everything you said out there tonight. I want to let you know, man to man, I'm really happy for you. I really am.
Thanks.
Look, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Look, Cody qualified for the Elimination Chamber match because Drew got involved, and I tried to do the right thing, whatever. But in the Elimination Chamber match, you did the exact same thing to Cody. So, I guess I want to know, how do you do it? How do you talk about Cody the way you've talked about him? Like he's one of your closest friends in the world, and then how are you okay just dropping him the second he turns his back? How?
You want me to be honest with you, Sam?
Please.
Sometimes, you gotta be selfish.
You don't think that that makes you a bad person?
No, that makes him an opportunist.
Make me a 14-time world champion.
Can't argue with that, right? Look, good luck.
I honestly think
I really hope you win number 15.
Can't think of any dream matches.
Appreciate it.
I feel like some girls look at wrestling fans as weird.
Hey.
Yeah.
I believe in you. I think you just need to believe in yourself. One day, I think everyone knows that you could have world championship gold around your waist, Sammy. Maybe try listening to the voices. Huh?
Don't worry about him, Sammy.
He can't help himself.
Just the nature of the beast.
I have no idea what that was about, but I'm guessing it's going to lead to something. That's going to lead to something. I'm pretty aware of that. At the very least, I'm pretty aware of that. Now we got Rhea Ripley out here. I'm pretty sure this segment's gonna be very interesting, just because of seeing like the back and forth that these two have been having on Twitter in the past few days. I wonder if that's gonna like be brought up here, and everything, because I feel like that's gonna be very well explored here. WWE in 2025 blew their load with dream matches. They gave Solo versus Jacob, Seth versus Punk. That was way more than enough. Leah, you should date the LA Knight girl. Look, man, I'll put it like this, man. I will not, deny the fact that she's a very attractive woman. I do think that, and I stand by that. But I gotta call a spade a spade. Not saying that I would not date her, but the question is, will she date me? Is the real question. Because I don't like to bring the social media aspect of things into like certain conversations, right? But I have to bring up the fact that she does have a very big following, right? And rightfully so. She is very passionate about being a wrestling fan, being a LA Knight fan, a Roman Reigns fan, and I applaud that, because I am also a LA Knight fan in my own right, and a Roman Reigns fan in my own right. Right? But you also got to understand, like I said, she has a big following. She gets probably a ton of DMs a day, and it's just the reality of how it is. Some DMs will not get read. Now, granted, I have DM'd her before, not on like me asking her on a date or anything, but like in the sense of, just supporting her or whatever the case is, and that was pretty much it. And has she replied back? A few times, yes, she has replied. Not every single time I DM her or whatever, it gets a response. And that's just the reality of what it is. But to answer your question, Youngblood, would I date her? Absolutely. If the opportunity presented itself and the stars aligned or whatever the case is, if you want to call it that, I would. All right, I did that a couple of months ago because I actually wanted to get on my channel.
I gave you a handshake because I respect you, Rhea. I respect all your accomplishments.
I did message Oracle Fan a couple months because I was trying to figure out the best way to go as far as an approaching, as far as getting her on my channel to be like a collab or like an interview.
To see me in a title shot at WrestleMania. And as someone who works hard in the gym, I respect how hard you work to build the body you have. I do. I respect it. I respect it.
Of course, we playing that comparison.
Yeah, they're muscular, powerful even, but mine are more powerful. Hell, I'm more powerful. And I am more worthy for the WWE Women's Champion. And come WrestleMania, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because I'm that bitch.
Jade, I respect the honesty. I do. I mean, now I know what you really do think about me.
There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Yeah, facts, young blood.
Impress you physically, but I have to say, you do impress me physically. See your shoulders? Yeah, I mean, they might be a little bit bigger than mine. I'll give you that. Maybe your arms are too. Maybe your legs are also. And you know what, by the feeling of it, maybe your hand is also. But if you hit me with your best shot, do you really think that I'm gonna go down and stay down? No. But if I hit you with mine, there's absolutely no way you're getting back up.
I'm thinking there's gonna be something that's gonna happen at Mania, because I've been hearing like Rhea could get screwed out of winning by Io turning, but I also could see this new faction, like I mentioned. I think it's the last stream I did. This new faction of like the baddies, this WWE version of the baddies. Because if you guys been paying attention to how she did the baddies in AEW, I think we're getting something like that here when B-Fab and Michin align with Jade Cargill to help her retain.
My body can survive and thrive within this business. So when that bell rings, you can flex all you want. It doesn't matter because I am going to fight. And I'm going to take that title from you, and I'm going to take it with force. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Because I'm that bitch.
Use her own phrase against her is crazy.
Dueling mic drops with Wade. I think Wade, you know,
The Inspiration debuted on AEW and got squashed in a minute. What? They got it squashed in a minute? You got no. Please tell me that's not true. Please tell me that's not true, bro. I'm really hoping that's not really true. Like, they're going to AEW and getting squashed, bro? Like, come on, bro. There's no way.
Let me ask you something. We lose our opportunity to become #1 contenders, and the first thing you think to do is come back and console Johnny? What the hell?
I just feel like you guys have been really cruel to him lately, and it's time for you to let it go.
Let me ask you something. I did break up the pin, dude. I put your far leg on the ropes. You did not break it. Yes, I did. You can watch the replay. You know what? Let Candace take care of Johnny. We need to talk. Yo, I really did. I promise you.
We can't keep doing this. I need you to get up. Get back to being Johnny Wrestling. The Johnny Wrestling who believed that you could do it yourself.
Yeah. You're right. Let's go.
Where are we going?
To the ring.
To the ring?
Drew McIntyre's.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what that's going to be about. Leah, next time you do a tournament video, you should tag the link so anyone who watches your video can do the same tournament. I'm gonna start doing that. Thank you for giving me that advice. Cause I be thinking about doing that a lot of times, and I always seem to forget for whatever reason. I don't know if sometimes I when I do these tournament videos or just videos in general, I do this like early morning, or like I'll record the same day or whatever the case may be, and I'll just put them out. But that's kind of how what I've been doing. I've been kind of like recording like 2 videos in one day, and I'll just put like the video I do, and that's the second video that I do during the day, and I'll just post that the next day. It's kind of like back and forth. Like some days I'll do that, then some days I'll do a one intake video, and then I'll just record the other video the next day. Sometimes it can be a mixture of both. Yeah, that's what it's called. That's the website. So I'm gonna start leaving the link for people who want to play it in their own on their own. So definitely when I do another video like this, because I plan to do more videos like that, especially as we're heading into WrestleMania. I did make that a mention in one of my recent 2K video that I did. TK video I did for you, Leo, went tag titles with Seth and Punk. That I do plan to do some videos like that. I want to finish like the my career because like that's my big focus. Because like a lot of times I try to do like the my career or whatever. And it seems like when I start doing other videos, I get sidetracked and I never end up finishing the my career. And I feel bad about doing that, sadly enough. So this year I'm making it like my mission to finish my career, because I plan to do both the women and the men this year, because I know I've been mainly focused on the men, but I also want to try the women's career or my rise out and see how that happens. Who else gets added to the 2026 Hall of Fame? I don't really know, because it's like it could be a variety of different people. If it was up to me, I want to see Bray Wyatt get added in there. Maybe John Cena, but I don't think John Cena is going to get featured this year. Maybe like next year, if anything.
I am one of the best professional wrestlers in the world, and I am tired of pretending like I'm not. It's about time everyone remembers who I am, but more
Not Liv Smith.
it's time that I remember who I am. I need to be Johnny Wrestling again. And that starts tonight. So this is an open invitation.
But you're not in-ring ready, Johnny. I have a feeling, yeah, Oba's coming out.
Oh, good on you, Johnny.
Goodbye, Johnny Depresso.
But you don't even have your ring gear.
Wrestling.
I love it. Good for Johnny.
Oh, good God Almighty, Johnny, run, please. You're Johnny Wrestling, but this is not a level you want to deal with. I'm sorry, Johnny, but you bit off more than you could chew on this one. Yeah, facts. Can we get RP Johnny in the chat, bro? Because it's not over with. It's over with. In any in-ring action, he's not even have his gear ready, bro. He's unprepared for this. He's unprepared for what he has to deal with right now. I'm still wondering, you guys, and you guys let me know, which brand do you think Obafemi should sign with? Do you think he should go to Raw, or do you think he should go to Smackdown? Imagine if WWE fires Royce Keys and he goes back to AEW. Please don't do that. I don't even want to see him go back to AEW because of how they treated him. They didn't. I feel like they did okay, but they could have done a way better job, though.
Kid Wilson and The Miz in recent weeks.
Nice, Johnny. Shock the world.
Yeah, needing a final cell there to get up there. One chop and he sends him down.
Well, that might have been as good as it gets for Johnny Gargano.
Oh, the running uppercuts. Here they come.
There's no way back from this point.
Oh!
Obafemi like a runaway train.
Just doing this to the heart and soul of NXT, former North American champion and NXT champion and tag team champion, Triple Crown champion, former WWE tag team champion, getting put to shame right now.
Oh, no. Here it comes. The puff, puff, toss.
Look inferior, bro.